Alright, we are here with Carl, Diet Cola writer. And
really?
A lot of you guys have been not only asking for more of Carl, but you've been asking for a little more in-depth look than some of the hay equipment. So I'm going to try to get you to get both in one action shot. So Carl, can you explain to us what you're doing?
I'm trying to bale hay. Someone's pestering me though.
He's trying to bale hay, but he's being pestered. So what is baling hay? What
I don't know.
Come on.
Picking it up, putting it in the squares. Baby squares.
You know these machines better than probably anyone in the state.
First day on the job.
What do we run it? Massey inline balers?
I guess. I don't know.
So what's it do? Give me your best breakdown.
Picks it up and spits it out in the back in a square.
Basically. So I have the GoPro filming the pickup down there. And Carl, these are inline balers, which means the pickup is pretty much in the center drive line of your tractor that you're driving. So sometimes you'll see like New Holland balers off to the right, and the tractor will be driving to the left. Well, that's not an inline. That's what it was called.
Side baler.
A side baler. I guess I don't even know what they're called. So he's doing his best to just stay centered on the row. It's coming under the tractor. The pickup is picking it up right there. You have augers on the left and right side of the pickup that are making sure the hay stays centered in there. Then you have stuffer arms, right? 4 stuffer arms lifting it up, and plunger plunging the flake back into the string. And then you have some mechanical trip options. A mechanical trip arm, as soon as it hits the desired length, it ties off and it makes your bale. So you can play with a couple different things. You can play with the length of the overall bale. You can play with the density of the bale. And by Carl manipulating his speed based on the size of the windrow he's driving on, he can manipulate the amount of flakes in the bale. So we have stroke counters in all of our balers, and we shoot for anywhere from 11 to 15 strokes. Makes a pretty decent bale. You try to be consistent, but that's kind of hard. How'd I do, Carl?
I guess. It's
Not bad?
That was more than what I know.
Come on, no, Carl. Anytime a knotter goes down or anything, Carl's the guy you call.
I know nothing.
Carl can rebuild these puppies. He knows what he's doing.
I'm almost like Colonel Clink. I know nothing.
Who's Colonel Clink?
Everybody knows Colonel Clink.
Uh-oh. All right, Colonel Clink. What's going through your mind? What are you doing while you're baling?
Trying to find a woman. There ain't been too many out here in the field yet.
Trying to find a what?
A woman.
You're trying to find eye candy?
Eye candy?
People are going to call you a dirty man.
Good.
And I think this is almost a 30-acre piece. That's all we could find that was dry. So it's been tedded 3 times, which is more than we usually do. We've gotten away with 1 a couple times this year. A lot of times we'll ted it twice just to get any green clumps out. And then Carl used our Kuhn double rotary rake and raked it up, and we let it sit for a while to dry, and now we're baling.
Got a guy coming from behind.
You got a plug?
If you don't hear a bang, we're okay.
Yeah,
We
nice
gotta
slow.
slow down the gear.
See, we got into a heavy windrow, and now Carl knows enough to slow down. So Carl, I had a comment earlier saying the new office build is just going to be cold storage for your Diet Cola.
Well,
What do you
gotta
think?
have room for my cola.
How many Diet Colas do you drink a day?
That's how many I can get a hold of.
How many you got in your bag down there?
I don't know, it's full.
You gonna turn your Midland radio on so we can chat?
No, I don't talk.
Well, you can still hear us.
I don't know how to turn them on.
You do.
No, I missed that day in school, man.
forced by the hay sliding through. As soon as it travels enough distance for it to slip into that hole, it engages up here, engages the needle down there, and ties off a knot on the top end of the bale. Okay, we have Sammy right now running one of the Arcuson multi-pack D14s. We run 3 of these D14s. Last year we had 2 C14s. We upgraded to D14s because they just keep making them a little bit better. So this particular machine picks up 14 small squares, wraps 3 string around them, dumps them in a 14 bale bundle. I will try to explain how that happens here. So he drives along the right side of the hay. He drives along the right, it's a right-handed pickup. So he drives on the right side of the hay, centers in that pickup, lifts it off the ground. It makes a 90 on the table. It hits a sensor at the back end over there. That lets it know to have that arm kick it in. That arm kicks 2 bales in at a time, and then that table lifts up. That cylinder pushes in, it holds it together till you have 14. And then it's a very similar knotter system to the balers. There's the sensor it hits, the pressure plate, that kicks it in. Pressure plate, boom. There you have it. 14, hopefully uniform bales, not bad, in a bundle. Tight strings. Sammy!
Hi, JB!
Oh yeah.
We're finally rolling, buddy.
We are rolling. This is only the second time on camera in the bundler this year, huh?
Oh, come on. It's got to be more than that.
All right, Master Bundler, tell us what's happening. What are you thinking?
All right, what I'm thinking is hitting my bale square. I'm always trying to keep an eye on my strings just because, I mean, your bundles have 3 strings. They got to have them. Very important, very crucial. You know, just trying to watch my speed. I always try to keep an eye on my pickup over here. It has the chains that go around. You know, if those are spinning, that basically means it's ready to accept a bale, and you should speed up a little bit.
So, you have your mirror set to see parts of the bundler behind you?
Yes, yeah. This mirror here really helps me see the bale going in, and it also I can see my 3 strings pretty good in that one most of the time. And then my mirror on the right outside here, I can see the pickup extremely well, and you know I can kind of see like the next bale ahead.
Yep.
And the mirror on your side is good for seeing the bundle that drops out.
There we go.
We're dropping a bundle. It beeps at you when you want to drop a bundle, or when it does drop a bundle.
So can you continue that speed, or is there something you got to do a little differently when it drops a bundle?
You should slow down. If you slow down, I got a bale that's clogging up right now. You can kind of catch it in here.
Oh, think you can get it?
Sometimes you can, to relieve yourself from going in and out of the machine so much, sometimes you can. See,
You got it. Look at that.
Gotta back up a little bit here.
That's a bit of an advanced technique, is it not?
You definitely pick it up over time. You know, not everybody's gonna get it on their first time.
Okay, Sammy, we had a mishap with a broken bale. That does happen.
And that's what we're always looking out for. I mean, you always, I mean, ideally you got to watch every single bale. I mean, you can have bales break strings when they get pushed in. You can have bales break strings when, I mean, they could just already have a broken string out of the baler and you want to avoid picking those bales up.
Okay, I got a little bit of an advanced question for you. Someone's never ran a bundler before. What are 3 things you tell them before they just got to go do it? I'll edit the long pause.
Man, 3 things that you want to do. I mean,
3 things that they'd want to look out for or do or have set up.
You know, like one of the easiest things I could think of is just like a quick key is like, you know, someone might ask, well, how close to the bale do I need to be? Well, like a bale length from the tire ideally is about, you know, where you want to be.
Okay.
I mean, if it was your first time, I wouldn't really necessarily worry about speed getting into the bundler.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, a big thing is like I said before, is your 3 strings. I mean, you really always want to keep an eye on those.
So you would advise them before they go for speed to try to learn the timing of the machine.
Correct.
Okay.
And you know, and get comfortable, because like right now, I'm running almost 6 miles an hour, and I've got quite a gap between my bales. I mean, especially on a day like today where we're starting kind of late, we definitely want to try to be as effective and as efficient as we can be.
Very good.
And you know, so you definitely want to try to get comfortable with your speeds, but when you have big gaps, you want to try to speed it up and get moving.
So I'm getting into a little more of the nuanced questions, but this is something the old man always harps on. So if you're running a bundler simultaneously with the balers, it's actually really important what the balers are doing, correct?
It is, and honestly, they're not doing exactly what I want them to do right now.
What are they doing wrong?
With my pickup being on the right-hand side of the bundler, Artisan makes a left-hand pickup model. But it's a lot easier for me to run in a clockwise circle as opposed to running in a counterclockwise circle. But if I can work a clockwise circle with my pickup on the right-hand side, I'll eventually just work my way right into the middle.
Right.
Which is pretty much what you want. One of the other biggest things that I could push to anybody just hopping in one of these is all of your done hay, or what am I trying to, yeah, your bundled hay should always be on the left, kind of like how it is just right now. Because if I still had a windrow right there, I mean, I wouldn't want to dump a bundle right on top of it.
Yeah. Just so you guys can maybe envision what he's talking about. If he had a windrow, say, right about on his left tire, and he's going through and picking up this row of baled hay, he'd be dropping the bundle pretty much in the center of the tractor. He would be unable to then come back through, turning left, going counterclockwise, and coming up that row, because he would run right into his bundles. And if he catches the balers in front of him, and he only has 1 or 2 choices to make, and they decided to not work in a nice clockwise fashion, he's done. He's running into bundles. He is shut down until Big Stacks Johnson can bail him out in the 4-stack. Nice. Slight pause. Let the machine get timed back up. See, that's something, if he wasn't watching, he could easily just jam the machine up. Pretty good, Sam. Any final words?
Let's get it done.
Let's get it done.
Let's get it done.
That's what we're doing. We're getting it done.
It's a beautiful day to make some hay.
Right.
All right, Mike. I got a bit of a dilemma here. Are you Mike Big Stacks Johnson, or are you Mike 4-stack Johnson?
4-stack.
You're Mike 4-stack Johnson. No more big stacks.
I can only stack 4.
So we have Mike 4-stack Johnson running the Arcusion 4-stack. And Mike, you want to give us a bit of a breakdown of what you're doing?
Well, I am bundling them in 2s now so they don't fall over, and trying to line them up for the loader guy, make it nice and easy.
So you're coming in behind what Sam's doing right now, and you are going over top of a bundle, grabbing it, then setting that bundle over top of another, picking them both up and running them to the loading station?
Yeah, we were doing 3 if they're good bundles.
3 if they're good bundles, yep. Alright, so what's going through your head here?
Trying to find stuff that's in the way, it's going to present problems.
Thinking ahead, huh?
Yeah, I'm thinking there's probably something at the other end of the field I need to go check.
So is this machine running an automatic? Are you controlling any of the levers?
So an automatic.
Okay.
So no, I don't really have to do anything but make sure I come to a complete stop so we don't ruin our bales.
Gotcha.
You get good, you don't even have to look back. You can just look in the mirror.
How good are you?
Run up alongside of it. Bump into it. Give it its time to cycle. Wait till it's off the ground and then take off.
So you're good enough, you're a no mirror Johnson?
At this point, yeah.
Yeah. You've done quite a few bundles. So do you have a strategy, a game plan?
Not really.
No? Just kind of bounce all over?
I usually go from the closest or the farthest.
It kind of depends on if we have one loading station for you or 2 or 3 throughout the field, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean I could have got one of those right there, but there's plenty more down here. I'll be back again shortly.
I'm going to go ahead and put the drone up in the air and leave you to it, sir.
Alright.
Oh, Ralph's way down there.
You want me to take a bag to him?
Yes. So in the world of farming, at least in northern Ohio, you pretty much either own the ground that you're farming or you rent it from a landlord. This particular piece that we're very happy to be able to use, it belongs to the Trammell family. And Jeff is a retired dairy farmer. He used to run 40 head through this farm. My dad actually used to help him chop his silage when he was a lot younger. And once he got out of milking cows, he's let us take over the field. And we've predominantly put corn and soybeans in here, but this is the first year we decided to put hay in, and it has yielded exceptionally well. We are super thankful for all of our landlords, and especially Jeff and the Trammell family, who have this beautiful farm that they allow us to make quality hay off of. Alright, if you guys are still watching, you're absolute champs. Thank you so much for the support. I really hope you liked a little more of a detailed breakdown of the machines going on. We got to interview some of our different incredible operators. And I'm doing something a little bit different with this video. We had a lot of hay down in a lot more spots than just shown here. So we were working well into the night. The video got a little long, so I'm going to go ahead and break it up into 2 parts. If you're interested in seeing how we work after dark, there's a lot more cab time with Mike Big Stacks Johnson, and he's actually over our Midland radios. His call name or handle is Nightcrawler, so he really comes alive when the sun goes down. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, we'll probably release it tomorrow or so. Thank you everyone for the support. It's been incredible. Peace, love. Thank you.